Only the penitent man shall pass. Gentlemen, the Spyderco Swayback is back. Well, not really back, but back in the minds of many in the knife community, as there's been many videos and chatter on the knife forums after I did my video last year or so regarding the Spyderco Swayback, and how it was essentially given the death knell by all the fancy pants influencers here on YouTube, nearly as soon as it came out. I'll link to that there video below. Now, I thought I would do an update video here, as I thought it quite funny now, because to many fellas, the Swayback here has just become like that girl that got away. She had all the right stuff, but you couldn't see it in the moment because everyone poisoned your mind against her. Now you think back to high school when a rumor goes around about Sally, how bad she stinks, but she really doesn't stink. And the whole school by the end of the week thinks Sally stinks. And before you know it, Sally's been socially outcast there and has to switch schools. And what makes it even funnier, it was Susie, her best friend, that spread the rumor because the boy she liked Sally and not her. Oh boy, this is getting very complicated. Women, right, gentlemen? Now, unfortunately, it seems once word gets going, true or untrue, it doesn't stop the negative reviews swaying everyone's opinion, as no one wants to go against the consensus there and buck the trend. Or they think perhaps they'll be ostracized there by the group, making it nearly impossible to sway everyone back. If you haven't figured out by now, I don't give a Sam's Hill what others think. Now, lucky for you, there are a few Swaybacks available in a few places if you're still keen on getting one. But I could definitely see Spyderco here bringing its sway back, because the opinion of many has swayed back. Alright, I'm done here. Well, hello there, gentlemen, and welcome to Gentleman's Carry. My friends call me Junior. Now, if you watched my review on the Swayback about a year or so ago, you'll know that I came to the conclusion that the Swayback was the quintessential gentleman's carry knife. Well, I'm going to double down here after years of being in my small collection of knives. I still believe its characteristics and design intent make the Swayback the mold by which a gentleman's carry knife should be formed. But why, Junior? Why the Swayback, you're asking? Well, there's 5 reasons why, gentlemen. Now, reason number 1 here, it's the size. Now, I believe this here is right in the sweet zone. Now, if you watched my other content there on not any particular folding knife, you know that I believe this here size of a knife around, say, 8 inches here. It's plus or minus a hair in either direction here, in overall length there, and then around 4.5 inches in handle length here, plus or minus a hair there. That's really in the sweet zone where it can accommodate both small, also medium, and then large, right? All 3. A nice range of fellas' hands there. Now, obviously, there's always going to be outliers there with very small hands or very large hands. But I think it's just right in that zone where it accommodates most fellas' hands there. And it's not too large and big, bulky, and heavy use here, right? Like a Demco 8020 MG version, right? It's thick and meaty in all directions here. And it's not too small and quirky, just a fun, cool little knife like the Sergi Mid-Tech Bean here. You can just tell it in its overall size here. It's more of a serious gentleman carry knife here, just in the size alone. Now, that gets into the blade and handle shape there. Now you can see in the overall profile here, this very subtle S shape here. Right, and obviously you can pick that up more in the back of the handle here, which I'm assuming that's where the name came from, the sway back, where it just does that upsweep in the back there. But it also translates here more in the front of the knife down in the Wharncliffe blade here. So it has this beautifully, obviously an S isn't symmetrical, but more asymmetrical, both in a horizontal line and vertical line symmetry there. But if you're familiar with, say, CAD program or drafting program, now when you mirror one side or the other, it's essentially flip there, where you flip the one side of the S over. So it just has this beautiful balance to it there. Just this very aesthetically pleasing knife here. But that aesthetic there also translates into a functional use, because when you pick the knife up, you can understand where that translates. It just has this beautiful upswept here in the back, which essentially hugs your hand. And not only does it hug your hand there, but it also it tells you that the back end of the knife, that the limits of it, right? So your pinky finger there just kind of knows where it can't go anymore, right? It just kind of hugs the knife there in the back. And at the same time, the blade handle here is sweeping down here, which when you're exerting force on any particular object, obviously it makes sense to go down on, right? So at the same time, the handles is hugging your hand in this direction, an upward force. You're pushing down in your cutting force downwards. So a very functional design element here. And that gets into reason number 3 here. And that's the materials. Now, obviously, you're only seeing 2 materials. I'm not including the washer material here, but just titanium here on the slabs, and then also steel on the blade itself here, CTS XHP there. So very clean, very elegant, very simple, and not simplistic. Yes, there is a difference there. So it's very, very elegant indeed there, and I think that's what you're looking for in a gentleman's carry knife. Just clean look to it there. Now that gets into the fit and finish, which is number 4 here. Now this here is the prime example of the fit and finish you can expect out of the Taichung, Taiwan facility that Spyderco is working with there. I mean, everything from the beautiful contoured slabs here on the titanium handles here, down to the blade. It's very finely smoothed out. The stone washing is just absolutely gorgeous there. No rough edges. Everything is just absolutely smooth. Fantastically done. And then one of the other elements that you don't particularly see on any other knife really is the hidden lock bar insert here, which you can see on the interior of the titanium slab here. And that's one element that nobody ever discussed when this first came out. It's unfortunate because this is something you don't particularly see that often there. But it's very well done. The fit and finish on the whole thing is very well done. This actually makes sense because you would, back to that being clean and elegant looking, right? It just blends in so nicely, that little feature there. So you don't see any additional fasteners. It's more of a clean look to the overall knife. Now that brings up the last reason, number 5, the knife operation. Now this here is not flashy, not ostentatious, that non-tactical. So just simple and boring, right? Just a nice frame lock here with the Spidey hole. So it's not going to bring attention to yourself while you're at a meeting or what have you. It's just a gentleman's carry knife. It's no flipper, nothing flashy, no very unique and very cool in its own right, the shot clock, but nothing loud and it's going to bring attention to yourself. So it's just it's just simple, nice, clean opening mechanism here that we're all very aware of, and it just works, right? Now, those are the reasons why I believe this here is the mold by which we should be using for gentleman's carry knives. And unfortunately, this particular knife didn't have rave reviews when it came out there, unfortunately. But remember, gentlemen, when looking at any product, though, before purchasing, look at its design intent. And that's perhaps one of the reasons why it got bad reviews up front, because they didn't take the design intent into account. This is not a hard-use knife. This is not something you take out to the woods and start shaving some tinder for a campfire. I mean, I watched someone complain about that. Now, certainly you can do that, absolutely. It's a knife, but I'm not going to, though. Because this is the knife I'll be taking to a meeting in my fancy pants suit with me after I record this video. Now, with all that being said, have a great day or night, wherever and whenever you are. Thanks for watching, gentlemen. In the fields of architecture, engineering, design, and construction, precision is paramount. Professionals often find themselves in situations where having the right tools at their disposal can significantly impact their work efficiency and accuracy. Arc carry and civil carry were conceived from the recognition of a common challenge faced by architects, engineers, builders, drafters, fabricators, and suppliers: the need for a portable and accessible scow. Now consider the scenario of ascending to the roof of a building with the roof plan in hand, only to realize that you left your scowl in the car. Well, that's been me countless times. Such moments can lead to unnecessary delays and inaccuracies in measurements. This highlights the importance of having a reliable and easily transportable measuring device. Now, Arc Carry is designed as the only 3-inch everyday carry wallet-sized scowl on the market. This innovative design ensures that professionals are never caught without a scowl. And for everyone else, well, the Ozark line has a variety of rulers to stay accurate on the go. Head on over to Ozark Line, an exclusive partner with Etsy, at etsy.com/shop/Ozark Line, where you'll find a wide array of unique tools and gifts for design professionals on the go you won't find anywhere else.